What's up, guys? Back again, and this week the video is less about what I'm driving and more about what happens in this game. I didn't even score particularly well, but the main thing that I want to show in this video is just how well teamwork can work in randoms. A lot of the time you might feel like no one's supporting you, no one's helping you, everyone's just ignoring the minimap and they don't really know what's going on. Not the case in this game. This is MoMoMoschi in his T54 lightweight. As you can see, he's rushing straight through the town on the south into the gully, and he's going to start spotting mid straight away. I wasn't even aware of this guy at the start. I was on a different flank. I knew that things were being spotted, but I didn't have shots on them. It wasn't really super relevant to me. To him, he's already got 5 spots. Now, because it's so early game, not everyone's in position yet, he's not earning any spotting damage. He's not actually getting anything from the work that he's putting in yet. But that will change. And it will change fast. He spotted this 13105. He could pose a danger to him if he pushes up. The problem is, for that 105, he's already been spotted by MoMoMoschi. He's in such a great location for this map. In that little gully, he has the cover there that he needs. He has concealment with the hedgerows along. He can dip out of one hedgerow into the gully, run up, go into another hedgerow. Unfortunately, get spotted there. Now they know he's here. But most of them seem to be ignoring him, or at least aren't in a position to actually do anything about him. So while he's got 5 spots, and they're probably frustrated about that, he hasn't actually done any real damage yet. He hasn't hit anything, nor has he allowed anyone to hit anything. Spots the 251. This could be dangerous. He's gonna get spotted here. The 251 is driving straight towards him. He tries to, it looks like, track that 251 there. Misses. 251 really should not have made this play. He's going toe-to-toe with a T54 lightweight. And he's exposing himself pretty unnecessarily to a lot of fire. Now, MoMoMoschi is going to lose quite a lot of health here. Badger manages to hit him for 477 as well. He's down around 300 odd hit points. But now the spotting damage is starting to roll in. He's getting spotting damage on that T30, who's in a not a great location and is exposed to the enemy. Meanwhile, I'm still up north. I haven't done anything. I'm sitting in the tank destroyer bush up north. No shots on anything. Can't move up because the Sturv and the Object 140 were there, and the Batchat 25T was also there. I can't really move. MoMoMoschi is keeping mid completely lit up. They have no way of hiding, and just look at the damage that's coming in on these guys. He is allowing them to be torn to shreds. Spots the Badger, probably a little bit annoyed that he took the 477 damage, and probably could have taken a shot on that Badger, but would have got spotted in the process. He would have had 3 or 4 tanks shooting at him. With the health he has, wouldn't have been worth it. I'm finally doing some damage. Shot into the side of the E50M. I pull back to try and angle my frontal armor, but he manages to go through my track, pen up through my hull. I'm still 3 shots left. I don't want to have to pull back and completely reset here. So I'm going to pull back forward, allow my armor to do the bouncing. The likelihood of him being able to pen twice in a row, especially with the angle at my front armor, is that's quite low. So I'm more than happy to roll back up, try and get a bit more damage out. And once my camo net and binos go up, I'm going to be able to see him. If he shoots, he might not even be able to see me. MoMoMoschi still working those mid bushes. Puts a shot into the 105. That'll scare him enough that he won't be so comfortable poking that ridge line over by their spawn. He's still keeping that T30 spotted and still keeping those tanks over to the village or the workshop factory to the north spotted. So he's holding both the north and south flanks of this team pretty much completely out in the open. Lovely shot into the 60 TP, takes his track off. He knew he was going to get spotted, so he pulled back straight away. But it means either that 60 TP has to just sit there, possibly take shots from RD or other tanks, or he has to burn his repair kit, and he burns his repair kit. This is the type of work that is really valuable in light tanks, even though you may not be doing damage. Now, lucky enough, he did actually do damage to that 60 TP. Even if he hadn't, he would have either forced the 60 TP to burn his repair kit, meaning the next time he gets tracked, he's an easy target, or the 60 TP would sit there with the anxiety of not knowing whether he'd get shot. On my end, I managed to put one shot into that 50 TP. Two went out, one went a little bit high, other one penned his side. I still have one shot left. I'm keeping it. I don't want to reload just in case any of those guys come out. Now, MoMoMoschi is coming over towards my flank. He realizes that south flank isn't safe anymore. Once the enemy team reaches the town to the south, they have clear shots up into that gully where he was hiding, and that could cause him serious problems. He knew when to run away. So he's over on the north flank, in the bush I was in earlier, trying to just keep eyes on these heavy tanks in case they push through. T110E3 not in a great location. Sorry, T110E4 not in a great location. He is gonna start taking shots, or he's gonna just have them all come around on him, and he doesn't have the DPM to take on 3 tanks at once. MoMoMoschi, looking at this 50 TP, has the APCR loaded. From the turret, he might be able to hit the commander's hatches. Maybe he's considering it. The advantage he has, of course, is that he's at the limit of view range. Unless that 60 TP had extreme view range, chances are he's not going to be able to see him. Puts a shot out of that T30, doesn't connect, goes just a little bit high. But he's in a really nice spot right now. He can keep these guys perma-spotted and not take spots in return. I managed to knock out the T30 as he comes back, thanks to his spots. Now, I'm still in that bush. I don't really want to move. It's quite a good location, in fact, for tank destroyers, because you are far enough away that you won't get spotted if you have camo net, at least, and a decent camo value on your tank. You won't get spotted until you fire. Now, MoMoMoschi's looking at that advance coming from the south side. Banger's on fire. The artillery are doing their best to try and defend themselves here, but it's going to be a losing battle. We know that already. 4005 has such a long reload, he can't really provide any sort of continuous support. He might be able to get one shot off, but with the strength of his armor, he's going to take damage, and he will not last long. There goes the GW Tiger. MoMoMoschi's still sitting in these bushes because he knows that he needs to keep these guys lit. On my end, managed to put a shot into their T-54 lightweight, who looked like he might have been in a position to possibly threaten MoMoMoschi very soon. If he'd gotten much closer, he might have been able to spot him when he fired. So, managed to hit him, force him to just reconsider what he's doing a little bit, and he's now pushed back. Our T-49 over to the east isn't really doing anything. Yes, he's keeping the 50 TP spotted, but there's no other enemy tanks on that side. He could be hunting artillery right now, but he's not. He's really not putting that tank to use. Now, it's come down to 3 of us. MoMoMoschi makes a good decision here. He comes north because we're all the north side of the railway tracks. If we can put up a last stand over here, we actually serve a pretty good chance of being able to defend ourselves and still win this. Now, he spots the 60 TP. Lovely spot. And I'm able to just unload on him. I want to try and keep... Because the reload on this is so long, I want to be able to have the shots available when I actually have a target to shoot at. MoMoMoschi puts a shot on the T-54 lightweight. Unfortunately, doesn't go through. At all angles, the armor on that thing's actually quite good. I'm waiting for this T-54 lightweight to come back over the railway tracks, but he knows better. He's a good player. He's probably had plenty of practice in that tank. He knows better than to just roll over. But MoMoMoschi's keeping this 60 TP, unable to stay hidden. He's playing really smart here. He's not shooting unless he knows he can kill whatever it is that's the threat. And right there, he fires. He knew he'd be spotted, so he pulls back. I make a pretty poor decision here. I go over. I'm thinking, okay, if I can knock this guy out, he's one less guy to worry about. I should have known better. My shot misses. It was only one shot. I made a fucking hames of it. And now I'm being circled. But look at this. MoMoMoschi knows that I'm in trouble, so he backs off, lets the 60 TP do whatever the 60 TP is gonna do, shields himself from that guy, and tries to put himself in a position where he can support me. And there it is. Knocks out the T-54 lightweight. 60 TP just skims a shot over me. I say thanks to MoMoMoschi because he did just save my arse. I would have died to either the T-54 or the 60 TP in that situation. And it really just wouldn't have ended well for me. So, I've just taken a lot of damage. Artillery splashes me for 425. I'm below 100 hit points. In any other game, if we weren't working together, this would not end well for me. I would be killed trying to push a flank or trying to make progress, and a T-54 lightweight on his own against two top tiers or higher tiers would have struggled. But he keeps his cool. Pushes back up to those bushes where he was spotting earlier. Keeps that 60 TP lit. And it means that he can't pull out from behind that building, or else he'll risk taking shots. He's splitting the fire that's coming in, because that 60 TP is going to know where I am. He's going to know roughly that I'm on the hill. And he doesn't want to come around and try and knock out the 54 lightweight if it means risking taking shots from me. And he pushes around even further now, because he knows that that 60 TP is never going to see him. He decides to go for an unexpected location. In a lot of situations, you know, maybe they would have expected him to stay around the hill or come back towards me. But he doesn't. He goes and he loops around and he keeps himself hidden and out of view and in an unexpected location. 60 TP backs up because he thinks that he knows where my fire is coming from generally, so he's aiming that way. Now he also knows that MoMoMoschi has probably flanked. He's trying to keep an eye out for him. But MoMoMoschi's not where he expects him to be. Puts in a lovely shot, sets the 60 TP on fire there. 60 TP very slow on the fire extinguisher. So MoMoMoschi gets a nice nearly 1,000 damage. I'm reloading now. I've put some shots into that 60 TP, but haven't been as effective against them as I would have hoped. Because he was keeping his armor pointed towards me, which is wise. I have 400 alpha and a 4-clip auto, or a 4-shell clip. He knows that out of the both of us, I'm most capable of doing the damage. But it means that his attention is then split. MoMoMoschi, watching, pulls back through the bush so that he doesn't get spotted when he fires. 60 TP down to 1 health. And now the 60 TP knows where the fire came from. So now he's angled against MoMoMoschi. I still don't have a shot. I'm not really comfortable running in straight away to meet this guy. I'm going to try and get to a better position. And as I'm moving, Object 140 gets spotted. This could be dangerous. Object 140 knows T-54 lightweight. He outdoes him in every respect. But he's a little wary. At the end of the day, it's going to take 2 shots from MoMoMoschi to kill that Object 140, and it'll only take 1 for him to kill him. But MoMoMoschi gets hit by artillery, wastes no time, comes around. Lucky enough, I'm in the situation to be able to support him. And because I have the autoloader, I'm instantly reloaded to knock out that 60 TP. And now we've turned it around. Now it's just an artillery left. Now the artillery knows the danger he's in, so he's presumably going to be backing up into a nice safe location, keeping himself covered, trying to focus on the likely routes MoMoMoschi's going to take. He knew he was down to the south once the 140 killed him. He figures pretty reasonably that he'll still be in that location. So I start pushing up to support. 40 seconds left on the clock. This has been a long game. MoMoMoschi spots him. GW Tiger. Oh, what's going to happen here? Oh, unlucky. I put 1 shot in. Last shell in the clip because I missed 2 of them. Managed to close the game. That is the value of having a very, very good teammate who can work with you and who is able to to support you and provide you with the spots that you need to be able to do damage and to defend him, and who puts himself in situations where he knows that I can support him. So, looking at the scores, I get a second class mastery, only did 3510 damage, nothing to write home about. Granted, it's the highest in the battle, but I'm a tier 9 tank destroyer. That's what I should be doing. It would have gone so much worse if not for MoMoMoschi. Looking at his scores, he gets an ace tanker, a whole rake of ribbons, an Orlix medal, and a patrol duty, which is no surprise, 52-55 spotting damage. And he spots 8 enemy tanks initially. 3050 damage, still manages to rack that up and get 4 kills. 1451, of course he got an ace tanker. He played this game like an absolute boss. He knows the T54 lightweight, and he knows how to play as part of a team. He saved my ass on more than one occasion, and had he not been here, not a chance we would have won this game. It just goes to show what teamwork can actually achieve in World of Tanks random battles. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.